Hello everyone, back tuning into the Gavin Partridge channel. So it's been over 3 months since I uploaded a video to this channel. The last video that we uploaded was apparently on the 21st of January. Disappointing Rise of Skywalker performance continues, that was. And I haven't uploaded since, and I thought I'd better get a video uploaded just to say what's going on. So the reason I haven't uploaded in the last 3 months, or more than 3 months actually, is just because I am still very, very down about the current state of Star Wars. I'm still very down about what happened with the sequel trilogy. I think the total disaster that was the sequel trilogy is still sort of sinking in, really. I can't believe that the sequel trilogy has turned out as it did, as badly as it did. It's horrible, it's terrible trilogy of films, and although I did rate Rise of Skywalker a little bit ahead of The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, even so, it was only due to the fact that it just felt a little bit more Star Wars-y, but in some ways, it was even worse than the other two, because they brought back the Emperor for no reason whatsoever, and in so doing, they tore up the end of Return of the Jedi, and that's possibly the worst aspect of the entire sequel trilogy. And so I'm very, very down about the state of Star Wars. It's just going from bad to worse, really, and I mean, I could sit here in front of the camera and sort of just keep ranting about Star Wars, about the sequel trilogy, but at this point, I'm not sure there's a great deal left to say. I have said in multiple videos that we did leading up to the release of Rise of Skywalker, and then during the Rise of Skywalker, I said, you know, what I think about Star Wars under the leadership, or supposed leadership, of Kathleen Kennedy and Disney and Lucasfilm. You know what I think about it, and I could just keep going on. I could just keep churning out video after video, ranting and raving about Star Wars and the sequel trilogy. But to be honest, I've just I haven't lost interest in Star Wars. It's a very, very strange feeling that I've got about this. And please let me know in the comments whether you're feeling like this as well. I still am very passionate about Star Wars, but only about George Lucas's Star Wars. So I'm sort of at the point, I think, now where I'm kind of differentiating George Lucas's Star Wars from everything else, if you see what I mean. So for me, George Lucas Star Wars, that's the originals and the prequels. I am still a prequel fan. The originals and the prequels are authentic Star Wars. We can debate and discuss about the quality of George Lucas's Star Wars films, which ones we prefer, which ones we think are not as good. That's all up for discussion and for debate. But if it's made by George Lucas, this includes the Clone Wars as well, of course, if it's created by the maker, then it is authentic Star Wars. And what we have now under Disney, and particularly in terms of sequel trilogy, is like Star Wars in name only, if you like. It's Swino, it's Star Wars in name only. And so I will always have George Lucas's 6-part opus. We will always have George Lucas's 6-part opus. It doesn't matter what Disney does, doesn't matter what Kathleen Kennedy does, doesn't matter what anybody else does. Those 6 films, The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, Star Wars, A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, George Lucas's 6-part opus will always belong to us. It will always be ours. And there's nothing that Kathleen Kennedy or Rian Johnson or J.J. Abrams or Bob Iger, there's nothing that any of those people can ever do to take those away from us. I dare say at some point they may be remade, and it's probably after Lucas has passed away, I would have thought, but at some point they could be remade. Disney may try and get the prequels thrown into the bin at some point. I wouldn't put it past them. If they did, they don't seem to have any type of a prequels whatsoever. But the films themselves will always exist in some form or another, be it Blu-ray, be it DVD, be it VHS. Got to go back that far. and whatever formats are to come, maybe hologram formats, but whatever formats are to come, those films will always be a living thing. They will always belong to the people who have watched them, and hopefully if those films are handed down to future generations, they will always belong to those generations as well. So I'm almost a little bit zen about things now, I have to say. I think I've more or less come to terms with the fact that for me, Star Wars is dead, really, in terms of the new incarnation of Star Wars. I just can't get any sort of interest about it. I keep hearing tremendous things about the Mandalorian, but I just can't, I just can't summon up the energy to even bother with it, really. And I know that even George is quite happy about the Mandalorian and what Jon Favreau has done there. And maybe one day I will catch up with the Mandalorian. I might get a box set or something at some time, try and catch up with it. But at the moment, for me, I'm just almost pulling back, really, from sort of Disney Star Wars, and for me the focus is just on George Lucas's 6-part opus and the Clone Wars and whatever stories and spin-offs were attached to the original trilogy and also to the prequels as well. So that's where I am at the moment. I'm sort of accepting that for me Star Wars is over. I no longer have a great deal of interest in it. I doubt I will ever see another Star Wars film in a cinema again, except unless perhaps they release the 6-part opus. So if they release the prequels and the originals, then I will go and watch those on a cinematic screen, because they are tremendous cinematic movies, and they should always be seen primarily on that big cinema screen as George Lucas originally envisaged them. And you just sit back and you're blown away for 2 hours by George's vision. So if they're re-released at the cinema, then I'll go and see those. But I doubt I will ever see another Star Wars film again. And I'm just not really that interested in Star Wars anymore, except for the original and prequels. Now, I may do some future, so bringing this back to what's happening with the channel, I may do some videos at some point in the future reviewing the originals and the prequels. I might try and do some sort of reviews for those films, and I may sort of do some videos that give my take on the thematic things that are going on within the originals and prequels. There's so much, particularly the prequels, actually. There's so much under the surface that so many people don't see. They see Jar Jar Binks being very in your face, and they see the which is quite atrocious dialogue between Anakin and Padme in Attack of the Clones when they're acting out romance scenes. They see the flaws, but they don't see those really underlying things that are under the surface. And I may do some videos about those at some point in the future, but it's just a matter of summoning up the it's just to explain this. It's a case of summoning up the sort of strength to be able to carry on after what's happened since 2012 and the utter shambles that Disney and Kathleen Kennedy has made of Star Wars. So for the future of the channel, there may be some more Star Wars videos coming up, but what could happen with the channel, and I'm not sure about this at the moment, but what could happen with the channel is I might just start doing some personal videos. I might do some on-the-fly videos if I find something interesting, not particularly related to Star Wars, certainly not related to the weather. That's all on the Galaxy Weather Vids channel, but just things that might interest me. I'm quite interested at the moment in what's happening with the coronavirus, not from a political point of view, so I won't be doing videos when Donald Trump says something crazy or there's some you know, there's some political drama going on over coronavirus. But I'm quite interested in the science of the coronavirus and COVID-19. So I may do a little bit on that in the next in the next few videos. You may see a few videos about the coronavirus, the science of it. Perhaps if I see an article that's pointing towards some interesting data or some interesting treatments for the coronavirus, then I might do some videos about that. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see on this channel now that I'm sort of pulling back from Star Wars, and let me know what topics you would like to see discussed. I'd rather not sort of get into politics. I'm not all that interested in well, I am interested in politics actually, but I'm not interested in doing YouTube videos about politics. But there are various things that sort of interest me, subjects that interest me. So I may do some sort of on the fly personal videos, but as far as Star Wars videos are concerned, it's a very difficult time for me at the moment, as I think I've outlined, and I'm just not sure whether I've got the enthusiasm for it anymore, except, as I say, the six films, which I will always love. I'll always adore George Lucas and the gifts he has given us, and yeah, there may be some videos about that, but as far as new Star Wars is concerned, I mean, I could sit here until eternity, really, going on about Kathleen Kennedy, going on about Rian Johnson, going on about J.J. Abrams, going on about Bob Iger, going on about the sequel trilogy. There's enough material there for me to be able to sit here and rant and rave at will for like the next 5 years, quite easy. I could do that very, very easily, but I don't really want to. I'm not by nature a negative person. I'd like to be a positive person, and I think that comes across in the weather videos, hopefully. I'd like to be a positive person. I don't like to be someone who gets bogged down by negativity. And if I was sitting here day after day, sort of ranting about the sequel trilogy, albeit there is a lot to rant about, and the state of Star Wars, what Disney and Kathleen and JJ have done to, and Rian Johnson have done to Star Wars, I could do that very, very easily. It wouldn't be a problem for me at all to sit here day after day and just let rip about what's happened. But I've already done it, and so I don't want to bring myself, I don't want to bring you down with negativity. So I think it could be the time to move the channel on in another direction. But again, let me know in the comments what sort of topics you would like me to discuss in the videos. It's sort of personal topics and that sort of thing. So yeah, let me know in videos what you would like to see for the next stage of the Gavin Partridge channel. Obviously, all the Star Wars videos that we've recorded, they're going to remain. I won't be getting rid of those. And the weather videos that we recorded before that, between 2012 and 2014, may remain. That goes without saying. Nothing that I record gets removed if I can absolutely help it. So nothing will be removed. All the videos will remain as they are. But I think it could be time now to start moving the channel on in yet another new direction. So again, let me know what you would like to see in terms of content for the channel in future weeks and months. I say there could be a few videos coming up about COVID-19. I expect I'll get rid of the Star Wars banner as well, probably. There could be a few videos coming up about COVID-19 in terms of the science of it, what we know in terms of the science of COVID-19. So I may do that in the next few weeks. And then it'll be a case of what sort of topics would you like me to discuss. Let me know in the comments. Right, so that's brought you up to date with what's going on and why there hasn't been an upload to this channel for over 3 months. I hope you all understand the position that I am in. Yeah, so we'll be uploading, I'll be uploading videos when I can. I don't think there'll be Star Wars videos for the time being, but let me know anyway in the comments what you think. Alright, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.